Hey guys, this is me again. I just wanted to do this second part of the two-part video that I'm making for how I use the Chronodex in my Filofax and in my Midori. Yesterday we already did this. I demonstrated to you how to fill in the sections for the hours inside the Chronodex core, and I used this example of a set of appointments that I made up for September 9, 2013. So that was covered at the first part of the video. In part 2, I would like to show you another way in which you can shade in your Chronodex core if you want to make it more specific. Now, let's say that you have the same set of appointments. Oh, wait. First, let me show you my color coding that I'm using for my Chronodex. Pink is for personal, orange is for university and for the husband, green is for my freelance work and my day job, and blue is for my son and my home, and purple is for blog reading and writing. So those are pretty much the colors that I've used here in the example that I did in part 1. And in part 2, we will be using the same colors and the same set of appointments, but let's say that you have a little bit more information that you want to be reflected on the core. Let's say that from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. your husband will be going on field work, and you would like to be reminded of that during the time that he's away, so that you could call him from time to time, ask him how the traffic is, remind him to have lunch, which he always forgets, and remind him not to forget to bring his jacket when he's leaving a restaurant or a meeting or something. So there, that's orange for husband, and it's from 9 a.m. to 1. Let's say that it's from 9 a.m. to 1. You can do this. You can take the cue from the curvature of the core and shade that in. See? And then you can put there, hubby on field work, remind jacket and lunch, or something to that effect. And even if that's already in there, you can still put in your appointment for 9 to 11. You have to supervise the installation of storm windows at home. That's from 9 to 11. You can still shade in the blue. There. You can still shade that in. But at the same time that you're at home supervising the installation of the storm windows, you know that at that moment your husband is probably going through traffic or meeting up with clients already, so that's foremost on your mind, so you don't forget, because I'm the kind of girl who always forgets. That's why I have a lot of lists. I have a Filofax and I have this. So from 11 to 1 you have a board meeting with a working lunch. You can still put that in here. 11 to 1 board meeting. You can even put that in here if you think that something else might come up during that time. And let's say that for example, from 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. your son is going to be on a short field trip to a nearby zoo. So you want to be reminded of that fact, because you want to know where he is at any given moment, because he's your son and he's a minor, and you want to be able to check at the end of the field trip whether they have gotten back already. So in order for you not to forget, if it's from 11 to 3, you can shade that in with sun is blue, sun and home are blue. So from 11 to 3, you can fill that out. Just follow the curvature of the Chronodex, because that's why the core looks like that. It's not a perfect circle. There are sections that look like spikes. That's exactly for you to be able to section off your hours, like so. So sun in zoo there, and this one is storm windows there. And then you have your 2 to 3 o'clock Shakespeare class, university is orange, so you have 2 to 3:30. You get that section here. Oh, sorry, 2 to 3:30. There. And then your symposium is 3:30 to 5. There. You can even shade that in because nothing else is happening on that. Let's say, for example, you just shaded this in, and then your friend told you that you have to drop off a manuscript for her at her dorm. She's not your classmate, and she doesn't have anything to do with your program, but she is a friend of yours who lives in the university, so you can do that for her. Right before the symposium, for example, you can put that here. Drop off manuscript for Carla. There. Or you can take a neutral color, like, for example, something that will cover that up, like black. And you have, sorry, haven't used this yet. Like, for example, here. You can put that in here. Carla. Or something like that. And then you can go shopping. Your 5 to 7 is shopping to buy toiletries and other supplies. 5 to 7. You can fill out the whole section like this. But you can also make calls while shopping, right? Let's say that you're helping your relatives to plan a reunion. So this is shopping. You can shade that in. Oops, sorry, I'm out of pink. I'm out of the pink onesie. I love this pen, but I have a refill here. Let's say that you're helping out your relatives to plan a reunion. So you have to make a lot of calls, and it just so happened that during shopping you have a few minutes here, a few minutes there to call people and to take down notes. You can shade your shopping here, and since blue is family and it's a family reunion, you can shade the blue here, like calls for reunion, and then this one is shopping. So, and then for the rest, you get what I mean. So that's it. That's another way to do your Chronodex. It looks a little bit confusing, but if it's clear in your mind, then this will just act as a reminder. And you don't have to shade your Chronodex before things happen. You can actually leave the course blank during the day, and then at the end of the day, when you're reviewing your day and you're wondering where all your time went, you can start shading. Like in this part I wrote for like 3 hours, and this part I sat in a coffee shop and read, I don't know, War and Peace, something like that. And then here I had a meeting, just so you know where your day went. It doesn't have to it doesn't have to be wound too tight. It doesn't have to dictate your life. You can use it in more ways than one. So this is one way of doing it. This is another way of doing it. And the third way of doing it is that to leave it blank during the day, and then at the end of the day, when you're reviewing how you manage your time, you can shade in what you actually have finished doing. So there. The Chronodex is the invention of Patrick Nung. You can say hi to him at his blog, scription.typepad.com. I'll put the link down below. And I hope you can give it a chance because it's fun, it's nice, and if it works for me, then there must be someone out there for whom the Chronodex will also work. So that's it for now. Until next time, thank you. Bye.